Now guys, disclaimer, man. This is purely speculation. It is a theory, but I'm gonna expose everything I think Oda's trying to do with the Gorosei, the world government, the celestial dragons, hidden civilization, and Imu. This is my theory, so disclaimer, none of this is real. This is all speculation, and I don't want to get whacked for this, but let's get into it. So first, let's get into the celestial dragon. So the celestial dragons, I believe, represent the 13 families of the Illuminati. Now we're not gonna get into who the families are because they are very powerful people, and I like to live pretty long. But you know what I'm saying, I think that is what that's supposed to represent. They're very powerful families that control a lot of the world's wealth and influence. And if you know, you know, but they basically kind of, you know, obviously what Oda's doing when he's representing them sitting on top of a mountain and are untouchables, and you can't even walk in their shadows or look at them or even talk to them, and they can basically do whatever they so choose, and no government will do anything to them. That is those people. So, you know what I'm saying? They have that kind of, let's say, leeway, and because they were there during the founding time, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we see a lot going on recently with Ryan Garcia and the Bohemian Guardian and all that stuff. There's a lot going on with that, you know what I'm saying, as far as that goes. And they are, you know, people believe that these people are so powerful that they basically, you know, run the world to some degree, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I think the Celestial Dragons represent as far as in One Piece. And I think Oda's smart enough to know what he's doing and kind of show them in a certain light. And, you know, Oda's smart. Like, I think he's very aware of what's going on. And obviously, if you know what Oda does, he uses a lot of historical facts. He uses a lot of, you know, real people, but he'll change it. Like Goldie Roger was actually, you know what I'm saying, an actual pirate. I forgot what the pirate he uses for the inspiration. Stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Even the characters of the Straw Hat Pirates are supposedly from different parts of the world. In their world, but you know what I'm saying, they said Luffy is supposed to represent a Brazilian, you know what I'm saying, Nami is a Swedish person, Sanji's French, Zoro's Japanese, Usopp's African, and so on and so forth. So he knows a lot of, you know what I'm saying, historical stuff. He uses a lot of historical, you know, references, locations, and stuff like that, whatever, to basically make out and represent the world that they're in. So if he's that knowledgeable and that aware of the world around him, I don't think he would leave out. And obviously the whole idea is about, you know, One Piece has a lot to do with secret societies and the world government hiding the truth. I think he wouldn't leave them out. So I think that is what the Celestial Dragons represent. So I had to get it out of the way first. Next, we're gonna get into the Gorosei. So the next thing we have to get into is the Gorosei. Now, obviously, if you see the Gorosei there, it's 5 elderly men, but I don't think they actually represent people. I think the Gorosei actually represent countries, you know what I'm saying, obviously, and I think they represent 5 countries that were together, kind of signed this petition called the Treaty of, it's like Versailles or something like that. It's kind of difficult to look up, to pronounce, but you should look it up. Basically, it was Britain, France, US, Italy, and Japan. Japan obviously being the one that, you know, bowed out. There was only 4 out of the 5 that remained. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people speculate that Gorosei are, you know, the countries. And obviously, if you look at them, the 4 of the Gorosei are dressed in suits, while one guy's dressed in like, it looks like a kimono. And they believe that that person represents Japan. I do believe that they're not actually families or people, they're, you know, countries. And they're, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of, they're basically the ones that run the world to some degree, you know what I'm saying? So that's what the Gorosei represent. And a lot of it, like I said, is representation with Oda, you know what I'm saying? He wants to tell a story or show a representation of something and not be so blatant where you can easily pick it up. So obviously by using people instead of actually using countries, he can kind of show what he wants without being too blatant or, you know, and having people figure it out. I think, like I said, the Gorosei represent countries, and there's gonna be one that I think is gonna either betray or leave. We'll see who it is, but I don't think all 5 Gorosei are gonna stay solid, if you will, you know what I'm saying? And, but the real big clincher, the part that really is gonna, you know, expose this secret is who Imu is and what the secret weapon that they're using. So let's get into that. All right, so the real secret that Oda's trying to show is this. Imu is not a being from this world. I think Imu is a being from another planet that is controlling the elite on that planet. That's why it's a shadowy figure. That's why it's able to live longer than expected. I don't think that's actually a human being or what a human would be in that world. That's one. Two, the second thing is, and the reason why I think it's obviously because Imu living for that long, but also another thing that sealed it for me was the weapon that they used to wipe out that planet. It was a beam from the sky. Now, if you think about UFOs and things of that nature, it could be a laser or a beam from a spaceship strong enough to wipe out islands. That, I think, is what he's trying to portray, and he believes that there's a being from another planet that is controlling our planet for whatever nefarious reasons or deeds that it has. You know what I'm saying? Is this connection to real life? Recently, we've seen a lot of information come out about UFOs. People are saying, in Miami, supposedly people are saying they seen UFOs walking around. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people speculate that UFO technology is the reason why our technology has spiked over the years. So all this stuff basically has some merit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this because this is why I believe. I think, you know what I'm saying, this is what he's trying to portray as you know what I'm saying, as an anime. And it's like, just like Alice in Wonderland, they said it was about the government and, you know what I'm saying, he had a lot of hidden messages about the government at the time. I think Oda is doing the same thing, but just on a grander scale. Instead of just talking about one country, he's talking about what he thinks was going on in the world as a whole, you know what I'm saying? And we'll see what he means. Obviously, like I said, you see a lot of, you know, slavery, dystopia, all types of stuff in One Piece. So I would not be shocked that, you know what I'm saying, represented that. And also, the world government. Now, here's the thing, another thing that, you know, timeline-wise, who knows if it matches up. But I believe that the civilization that, you know, obviously the world government got rid of represents the lost city of Atlantis. The story goes, and who knows if the lost city of Atlantis is for real. Some people believe that's not, some people believe that it is. Whatever your beliefs are, you know, do your own research, look into that. But the story goes that the lost city of Atlantis got so technology advanced, their kingdom was so advanced, whatever, that they basically, you know, became a front to God or whatever higher power you want to talk about. And that higher power caused earthquakes and natural disasters to destroy the city, and it sunk into the sea. Now, if you watch the Egghead arc, you know what I'm saying, obviously, Vegapunk was talking about there's a civilization that, you know, was around, I think 100 years ago or 1,000 years ago, what he said, and it was way more advanced than us. They had way more technology than us, but they destroyed themselves. So all these things that Oda is doing is representing either things that are speculated about, you know what I'm saying? Only thing he doesn't have is Bigfoot, to be honest with you. But it's things that that is speculated about, things that, you know what I'm saying, you know, have some merit, things that you could, that could show representation. And we all are wondering, is this really what's going on? Is this actually the truth? So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do you agree with what I think the world government, Imu, and all that stuff represents? Or do you think it's something else? I want to hear what y'all think, if, you know what I'm saying, and put in the comment section also if you want to have a live stream about this, because I would love to hear your ideas and have a conversation about this, because this is what I'm thinking One Piece is really about. I mean, what the true information about One Piece is, I'm still speculating on, but I think this is what these creatures or these people represent in One Piece. So get in the comment section. Let me know if y'all want me to do a live stream about this so we can have this discussion. And let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. Peace.